Good day, here we are going with the latest video update. It is August 6, 2011, 09 Zulu, 5 p.m. Philippine time, or 6 p.m. Japan time. It's the video update for Typhoon Muifa and Typhoon Mebrok. As far as I know, this is the first time this season that we've had two typhoons spinning simultaneously there in the Pacific. Start off with Muifa, which is now moving away from Okinawa, which is good news definitely for the people there. Last located approximately 400 kilometers southeast of Shanghai, around 380 kilometers northwest of Okinawa. Maximum sustained winds have decreased to 120, gusting to 165. Muifa is now accelerated and is now moving northwestward at 20 kilometers per hour. You can see again with this visible image, the storm has deteriorated significantly over the past 24 hours. The eye is no longer apparent here in the on the satellite. You can also see the clouds have expanded, and also when you see the infrared convection, very poor cloud tops really warned so much in the past 24 hours because of that dry air, and also subsidence north of the system. In terms of sea surface temperatures, still largely favorable, and wind shear is still weak in the area. And you're also showing the microwave image. You can see the inner core has eroded now. We have the outer wall, the periphery of the system, still giving that strong signature here in the microwave, but mainly a weak typhoon now, a category 1 typhoon. But in terms of rain, much of the heavy rain has moved off of Okinawa now, thankfully. If you remember, Muifa stalled and stayed over the island for almost 48 hours, bringing tropical storm force winds with occasional hurricane force gusts or typhoon force gusts of over 120 kilometers per hour, and also dumped a lot of rain over the island. Some parts actually reporting more than 1,000 millimeters or over 40 inches of rain from Muifa. And you can see in this latest radar from JMA, much of it is moving now. But still, we can't rule out shower or two, light to moderate, for the next 3 to 6 hours as that band oscillates cyclonically, and also you can see some pop-up showers forming again from that southerly flow from Muifa. So yeah, some light to moderate rains, but definitely not in the same league with the rain that was dumped there yesterday. In terms of rainfall reports across the island, we have here a simple map. You can see the heaviest rain actually fell along the northern part of the island. That was also can see much of the island reporting 200 to more than 600 millimeters. Now keep in mind that these rainfall reports were taken from August 5 to 6, from Friday to Saturday. We all know rain started as early as Thursday mornings for some parts of Okinawa. So I'm guessing you may have to add more than 200 millimeters for the totals here. Yeah, but as for Friday and Saturday rainfall, we have Motobu being the jackpot, so to speak, in terms of rainfall reporting. Actually 703 millimeters of rainfall there. The lowest were found in the southern part of the island, just around 200 millimeters of rainfall there, but still heavy rain when you take a look at this. And I've also seen news reports and images of flooding all across the island. So in terms of winds, not too much damage here, but we still have trees being uprooted there as well. But it's definitely the heavy rain that impacted much of the island. Now, as for eastern China, we have here the latest radar from Shanghai. You can see the outer bands are now being picked up by the radar. You can also see light rain, and with some pockets of moderate to heavy rain there as well being shown here on the radar. Expect that to move northwestward as Muifa moves closer to Shanghai. In terms of forecast, we have the again, we can show you the latest forecast from weather agencies, mainly showing an offshore solution tracking Muifa around 200 to 250 kilometers east of Shanghai by Sunday morning. So good news for Shanghai and eastern China, for the provinces of Zhejiang and Jiangsu. If you remember, we had forecast tracking Muifa into land and making landfall just south of Shanghai, but now models and weather agencies in a good agreement of an offshore track for Muifa, but still tropical storm force winds likely for Shanghai and also heavy rain, but in terms of the duration, will not last as long as Okinawa, probably just around 24 hours or so in terms of rain and strong winds. You can see by Monday morning it will be making its landfall here in Shandong Peninsula there. Again, in terms of the intensity, ocean heat content still favorable, wind shear also favorable, so expect Muifa to maintain that category 1 typhoon intensity for the next, at least for the next 24 hours. You can also hear you can also see here JMA's forecast, again very in good agreement with the other agencies and models, showing that northerly track towards Shandong. Also here in northeastern China, making landfall also here in Liaoning province by us around Tuesday morning here. And finally we have the JTWC forecast, again showing and expecting Muifa to maintain typhoon intensity for at least 24 hours until Sunday morning, and then will weaken to a tropical storm as it makes landfall here in Shandong Peninsula east of Qingdao City, and again crossing over the Bohai Sea, making landfall here in Liaoning province by late Monday and dissipating over the northeastern China region as a tropical depression by early middle part of next week there. You can also see the track with relation to Shanghai around 200 to 300 kilometers, but you can still see those tropical storm force winds being depicted here on the JMA map, JTWC map, affecting Shanghai and the eastern sections of Jiangsu province there. Now moving on to Mebrok, here in Northwest Pacific, greatly improved over the past 24 hours. Now a typhoon, upgraded to a typhoon, maximum sustained winds 120 kilometers, gusting to 165. You can also see Mebrok started to turn northward at a slower rate, around 10 kilometers per hour there. In terms of the convection, you can see mainly warm cloud tops with the coldest near the center, and you also see in this visible image, you can kind of make out the circulation center here. It actually had an eye about 6 hours earlier, but again became cloud filled here, but no doubt a typhoon here based on the forecast agencies here. Good news is that it won't be affecting any land, no direct effects from Mebrok here. As you can see, it will mainly be a fish storm. That's what we call for storms that moving across the middle of the ocean here, moving northward, again probably dissipating or perhaps transitioning to an extratropical storm. And also by JTWC expecting Mebrok to maintain the typhoon intensity by Monday, as the sea surface temperatures here actually very favorable, still favorable, around 26 degrees Celsius, as far north as 40-degree latitude here. As you can see, probably transitioning to a extratropical cyclone late next week. Now moving on to the Western Pacific Basin, just looking at the different areas of potential we have here. 90W, invest 90W here, southwest of Guam. Not showing much of organization just yet, but you can still see those active convection firing off near the supposed center. But some computer models wanting to develop this into a weak tropical storm by late next week, so we'll have to keep on watching this one. In terms of the Philippines, here we have the southwest monsoon still blowing and being enhanced by Muifa to the north. and you can also see those convection just offshore of western Luzon. But in terms of rain, also bringing in light moderate rain across parts of the area, including Manila here, reporting areas here reporting around 100 to 150 millimeters, so still capable of flash floods there, as well as landslides in mountainous areas. So that is the update for today. Thank you for watching. If you have any pictures or videos of or observations, especially from Okinawa, of damage reports, feel free to share it with us, email us, or leave a comment here on our YouTube page. We'll have again another update for tomorrow. So until then, stay safe there. Also for folks here in Shanghai, prepare if you haven't already. And always watch the news and for official warnings there from the authorities. So until their next update tomorrow, stay safe. Bye bye.